A single obligor has one credit, and if that credit makes the payment, it's current. If it doesn't make the payment, it's in default. A multiple obligor has hundreds or thousands of individual people or entities making payments into a trust, who then makes the payment to the investor.
GE, GM, Chrysler, they're all single obligor borrowers or issuers of securities. There's one entity that's supposed to pay me, the investor, back. Multiple obligor, a little bit more complex, because now in those situations you might have 1,000 borrowers who are all jumbled up or bundled up together to create one particular security. If one of those borrowers defaults, then you have an investor that would be potentially losing some of their money.
The problem lies where the rating system doesn't differentiate between single obligor and multi-obligor. This has become a problem now because a default in a single obligor security, let's say General Motors, well, they did default. That is described by the ratings. But in a multi-obligor security where there's 1,000 loans and 2 people default, that economic event is very, very different than if you just have a single obligor. So I think the rating system is probably appropriate for single obligors, but it just wasn't designed for a multi-obligor world, and we just took that system and applied it just as we went along here in the 80s and 90s and 2000s, and it's turned out that the flaw that was in the system, because it wasn't designed for this, finally became evident when we started having house price depreciation, and that mistake or that error in applying that system became evident, and here we are in the credit crisis.